Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Chainlink's price chart. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Link, we were right in here, and the idea was that most likely we have completed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave starting from the highest high, which means two things. Number one, after this is over, which we said soon it is going to be over, we're gonna have a bit of a bounce back. And second, we said we need to be a bit careful because that bounce might end up being just a correction structure. So the question for today's update is this: is this bounce back in Chainlink actually a long opportunity, or maybe it's just a trap and it is actually a bit of a bearish setup suggesting we are going to continue our move on the downside? Now, here is a very important point for you. If I just zoom on a bit more, as you can see, since the last time that we talked about Chainlink, we actually got a move up consolidation and another move down, and then we got a good move. Now, in terms of Elliott waves, if you want to say that maybe we're gonna have our final low around this region, then okay, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low in here, excuse me, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. And if I just go on the live chart, you see, you may have a chance to argue that from here we are having a wave 1, correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. Personally, if you really want to push your luck, I think you might be better off considering this to about here, actually a wave 1, followed by an ABC flat into wave 2, decent move up into wave 3 to about this point, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. The point that I'm trying to make is this: you are able to find a 5 wave off of the lowest low, which technically can be an optimistic sign suggesting the bottom is set. However, I think at the same time, you need to also pay attention to the previous move, because that is actually suggesting maybe we are having something called an ABC in form of an expanded flat, and in it, this is our initial move up into a correction for wave B, which in it we are going to take this initial low and then a strong move up into C. And guess what? For the subwaves, we absolutely have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into C, and then ABC into A, ABC into B. So if we're gonna have something like this, it might actually trick you into believing that, okay, maybe the bottom is in. However, this might be a bearish setup. So based on that, let's go on the live chart, and in my view, this can be from here, A, B, C on the upside, followed by that an A, B, C down, and a 5 wave up, and well, you may end up having an ABC expanded flat in here. The question is, how can we find out whether this or maybe some sort of a bullish scenario is in play? You see, for two reasons, in my view, in Chainlink, we need to probably consider the bearish possibility a bit more. Reason number one, what do you have before this bounce? I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, suggesting what? The next move is going to be just a pullback, and what's next? Another move on the downside. Reason number two, well, we said it earlier, it comes down to the subwaves and the fact that maybe we are having in here an ABC flat, and also in like very short term, I think off of the highest side in here, we may have a wave 1, correction for 2, another move down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5, and this is actually a very important point. If you still have your doubts, then okay, fair enough. Let's be a bit patient and see a bounce back in Chainlink. And if that ends up being a very slow and choppy bounce, okay, at that point, your bearish scenario most likely is confirmed, suggesting, yep, okay, we are probably headed lower in order to take this important slow down here about $22.7. But I think we may end up going a bit lower than that. Let's say from the current point, maximum we are going to get like a 10% move on the downside. It's not really going to be a bad sign at all, but you know, it is going to be a move down nonetheless. So for now, in the short term, all eyes on this bounce that I think we might get in the next 12 to 24 hours, and pay full attention to the shape of it. Most likely, in my view, this is a bit of a bearish setup, suggesting in Chainlink we are indeed headed lower. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Chainlink. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.